Alright, this is part 2 of could a footpath be put through Mowbray Park and the 6-lane highway be put out on the edge of the trees, thus trying to minimise the amount of plant life and quite possibly animal life that's disturbed by this development. So we're up here with the 80-year-old trees that are going to be moved. Now BCC's moving bus stops all over the place, so maybe they could stick the bus stop where they've just destroyed that building there, and then it's off the road. Okay, but you could still catch the bus, because right here, this area here, say you look at that concrete, that's where the line of the road will be. Okay, and this is according to the plan that we don't destroy the trees, we actually just move the footpath. Okay, and as you can see the lines there, there's a line, enough of a line for one lane. They're just trying to work out if there's enough of a lane for 2 lanes. Now, part of the heritage legislation is that you can't disturb the tree roots, although the plan that they've currently got, the tree roots of the kauri are going to be going under a walkway anyway. So as you can see, there's the lines. Now this, it's hard to see because they've cordoned off the 80-year-old trees, but when we get on a bit further, we'll see quite clearly that the lines for the second, you know, I don't want to lose this hedge, but really that's the line of the trees. There is no need. Here we are. Here's the mysterious orange lines that they've drawn themselves. They've given themselves as much road as possible, as I can see here. But yeah, there's certainly enough room for them to have the road and keep the trees. It's sort of looking. But I'd actually, you know, because I'm more for less road, I'm actually going to get over this side of it. And as you can see, there's certainly room. Not that I like 6-lane highways, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lanes between us and the trees. So let's just go back. I love this hedge. I hope they transplant this hedge because the stony curlews would appreciate this hedge. But as you can see, there's plenty of freeways that have, trees. The drivers drive through trees. It's good for traffic calming, and they actually legally, they may not actually be able to acquire the territory of the park and may be forced to go 5-lane here. That's what I'd like, but it's quite obvious that from what you can see here that there's a line, and the road could extend to 6 lanes without any problems, without any need to move any trees at all. You know, and there's also these things like merge lanes and things like that where you can go a bit skinny for a while and, you know, branch out a little bit later on. And it's a very, very narrow footpath that they've got up near the Bowls Club, but they gave it a narrow footpath because it's heritage listed, which means they can't touch it. And this is a bit the same here. So the traffic lights, okay, the traffic lights might be down a bit lower, but they're building everything up for the road anyway. Now there's one of my solutions over here is, I don't know if you can see the garage, but it's got a very spacious footpath here. You know, maybe the council could swipe a bit of their footpath, because there's a bus stop. They've taken the bus stop away. And these trees here, these are the younger trees. They were donated by Helen Abrahams, 7 years ago or whatever, to protect the children, which put in the playground. So why take something that a good work that a councillor's put in just because they're recent trees? And I will just end this part with the grandmother of all the trees in this park, which we wouldn't like to see them chopping at too much to make a dirty big road, and its root systems must be massive. But just check these the palm trees that I've mentioned. If you hadn't seen the other video, these are the palm trees that are also being moved. But because palm trees are worth so much money, I think we can hope that you can either plop them in a pot plant. They're evidently safe, but they're very old, and they're trauma to trees when you move trees. Oh yes, well here we are. This is also a heritage lamp that belongs to the property of the park. So if we had the footpath idea, we'd have to sort of make sure the footpath didn't extend out to where that lamp was. And though I don't know what this yellow and pink means on the trees, if anybody would like to enlighten me. And there's everyone, the city cat, children enjoying the park, and the lovely nature reserve, which if the war memorial were to be put in front of the nature reserve, I mean, that's sort of not really that good either, because that's an area that's supposed to be left alone and people enjoy going for a walk in there. And I might even do a video of inside the nature reserve, which has its own protection laws as well.